Hi, everybody. I'm back from my vacation. It went great. Just lounging around, hanging out with friends, getting drunk, and like, what else more could I ask for? I was gonna make a video just kind of talking about Pride, but then I decided, you know what? I don't really care enough about that today. I'll probably mock that some other day of the week. Let's be real. I gotta let my LGBT alphabet members know what's up. I wanted to actually make a video talking about the Little Mermaid movie. This is something I've actually been talking about since 2019. Crazy, I know, right? The Little Mermaid is a very controversial Disney movie. I will not be seeing this movie, of course. I don't care enough. The last time I seen a live-action Disney movie, my child's mother, and I know if she ever watches this video, she might be upset. And I don't like talking about toilet shit because I think that is, like, disgusting. I'm a child, you know? When I went to go see the Lion King live action with my kid's mother, she dead ass, and I'm dead serious by this. She literally said, "I'm gonna go home and take a shit, so I don't have to be sitting here watching this movie, and I will come back when I get done." And she was gone like 30 minutes. She missed a good half hour of this fucking movie. So when it comes to Disney live actions, we don't stand with that. We're not fans, man. We have the originals. There's literally no reason to make these live actions, and then whenever they do make these live actions, they always spark controversy. Little Mermaid, I've been talking about this since 2019, whenever what is her name, Halle Berry, or Haleen Berry, or whatever, not to be confused with Oscar-winning Halle Berry, also Raspberry Award-winning Halle Berry for Catwoman. Halle Berry, I don't even know if I'm saying her name right, I just really do not care enough to go look. She is a controversial actress because she is playing Ariel, who is a white character with red hair and blue eyes, and Halle Berry or whatever is a black woman. Not only that, she is not even a very good actor. She's a good singer. That is all she has going for her. Also, her eyes are like pugs. They're like a pug eye. Like, I don't know. And here's the thing, like, you cannot criticize this movie because people will call you racist. I've had people do it to me. I've asked very simple questions, and this is not a racist thing to ask. It's literally just me saying, why is she black? And people get fucking up in arms about it, and then they just get all mad, and they say, oh, you're just up with the racism. No, it's an observation. I'm literally observing her skin color. Why is she a black actress? And don't tell me that this is like one of those, oh, she was the best fit for the role. No, she probably wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't there casting these people. There could have been. She could have been. But I fucking doubt it, considering who is, behind the scenes of this movie, who's running this movie, who owns the rights to this movie. It's fucking Disney. And Disney likes to pander so fucking bad. And they want to spark controversy because it's going to get people to talk about it. And when people talk about it, people's interest starts peaking up. And people got to go do the thing where, like, oh, I got to go watch this movie, make a YouTube video and talk about it, promoting it. I'm doing the opposite. I'm going to talk about it, and I refuse to go see it. I will never watch this fucking movie because I've never even seen the original Little Mermaid. It doesn't matter to me in too much regards because I've never even seen the original Little Mermaid. I don't care about Disney enough. I think like one of the only Disney movies I've ever seen was The Lion King, and there's that. I don't give a shit about Disney. I never did. I can get into Disneyland for free for life. Fun fact. I've been to Disneyland so many times these last 5 years. I do not give a shit about going back to Disneyland. And people get mad because I always kind of make fun of them for paying hundreds of dollars just to go. And I'm just like, I can get it for free, but I refuse. I don't want to go. I haven't been to Disneyland in a year and a half. It's been about a year and a half. Last time I went, I literally went to go eat a hamburger at one of the restaurants. That is it. That's what I went to Disneyland for. I don't know. But when it comes to this whole controversy thing, it's just kind of funny because you got websites, and here's the thing, you cannot trust critics with this kind of shit because they are the most bought, paid for fucking people, especially when it comes to a Disney product. These same people will sit there and tell fans that you're toxic, you're racist, blah, 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 if you don't like the same thing that they watched, as if their opinions mean anything. I can be a movie critic on YouTube. My opinion does not mean jack shit. This is just my personal interest in it. I like to think that I study movies a little bit better than the average person because that's all I fucking do is watch movies. I love movies. Being a film director, I've talked about this. It's the whole reason I do make YouTube. I've always wanted to be a film director. I love cinema that fucking much. I pay for a Regal pass to go see any movie I want, constantly, for free. That's what I do. So I really like cinema, But you're not going to sit there and tell me that websites like IMDb is like, okay, so they literally had an article that came out like 10 hours ago or whatever, where they were talking about like all these trolls are like flooding our thing to leave a negative review. Maybe they just don't like the movie. You ever think about that? It's not a controversial take. Maybe they just generally did not like the movie. They didn't like what you did to the movie. It's not a trolling aspect. I mean, some of them could very well be trolls. I'm not going to deny that. That's absolutely possible. I remember there was that one guy that did it for Toy Story 3. I think that was Chris Chan's brother or something. I forgot. But when it comes down to it, like, maybe they just didn't like the fucking movie. You're not entitled to like the movie just because it's progressive or it's woke. Oh my god. I don't give a shit about that fucking shit. I just want people to acknowledge it and call it out for what it is. It's just blatant race baiting. That's this entire point of this movie. It's just, they knew what they were doing. Ariel is one of the most iconic Disney princesses, and they could not do this for the Aladdin movie. If they sit there and recast Jasmine as a white woman, I fucking promise you there would have been an outroar. They did this shit with the Lion King. The live action Lion King. They dead ass went out of their way to only cast black people to play the lions. And it's just kind of like, so wait, you're just saying all black people are African? Because that's not fucking true. There's European Africans. A lot of these American actors never even have anything to do with Africa. They've never even been to Africa. But you want to make sure that all the lions are casted by black people for some fucking reason instead of like whatever was best for the job. That's how you know that this is some bullshit. And people will sit there and argue with me about this and debate this, and their first fucking thing that they'll go and say is, oh, you're just being racist. No, it's an observation, and I at least understand that there's some fucking tomfuckery going on with this. I don't understand how you couldn't, or why you're in denial of supporting it. It's just bullshit. You can't have like a Black Panther movie, for instance, and have fucking Ryan Reynolds play T'Challa or whatever the fuck his name is. Do you understand how big of a fucking uproar that would be? It doesn't matter if he's the best cast for the role. If your logic cannot be soundly based in the opposite opinion, it's not good logic. It's just flawed logic from the get-go. It's biased. It's meaningless. There's nothing important or value to be said or done with it. And this is even more of a reason why I will never go see this fucking movie. But it doesn't matter if I go see this movie. Disney's still going to make over $1 billion off of this because you got the stupid people with the cheap-ass hair dye. I've got to go and see this just to prove how fucking great it is, and they're going to say all the best shit. Like the same people that said everything about like Captain Marvel. You remember when Captain Marvel came out like in 2020 or 2019 or whatever it did? And people on Twitter, of course, you know, they're all the blue check marks. They were saying all this shit like, oh, this is the best movie I've ever seen. Oh my god, this is the best Marvel. It was not. That movie was such fucking hot trash. And you can't say anything about it because then you become a sexist piece of shit. And this movie's not meant for you, even though literally the people that are fans of the comics are, you know, straight white men, normal people. But then, you know, the movie's not meant for them. So it's like, what? Who do you think liked Captain Marvel in the get-go? It wasn't women. I don't know about you, but you know how often you see a woman buy a comic book? They usually look pretty disgusting looking. They're not the normal average movie-going person. Like, it's just what it is. It's true. I don't know. I think it's funny. Also, IMDb, according to this, has changed their ratings after Review Bomb. Oh, wait a minute. So if somebody doesn't like the movie and it's not part of the agenda, then we have to change everything to make sure that it gets accommodated where it stays the same. I don't know. It's just very fucking sus to me, and I'm not gonna fall for it. I mean, if your opinion is different on this, hey, that's cool. You're entitled to have your opinion. I don't agree with it though, and that's fine. You don't have to agree with me. I don't expect anybody to agree with me. That's the difference between me and literally everyone else, including people on the left and the right. Because I get called a liberal all the time, and I get called a conservative all the time. I get called a white supremacist all the time. And I think a lot of it is just because of the fact that I'm, you know, white, obviously, but I have a shaved head. So it's just, the most racist people are the ones that think they're not racist, usually. I have people I don't like, but also I treat everybody exactly the same. There's only one group of people that I generally do not like and want to have nothing to associate with. Those are gas station Indians. You know, the red dot Indians, like the... like, I hate them. Like, the T-Series ones. I do not like them. I have never liked them. I don't care if that offends anybody. I've never met a single one of them that was a decent human being. People get mad at me for saying that. I'm like, hey, it's true. Like, back when I worked in pizza jobs, like back in the day, they would always come in and be like the most obnoxious, rude, disgusting people. They scam you constantly. Like, why would I like them? I don't know. I've never met a good one. There could be good ones. There probably is good ones, but I've never met them. So until that, my opinion is not going to change on that. But that's just me personally. I can't speak for anybody else. I don't think that all the white people are the superior race. I mean, we are, but I don't think that we are. You know what I mean? Like, we're the ones that kind of revolutionized the world, but at the same time, I don't believe that we are better than everyone else, if that makes sense to you. Yeah, if that doesn't make sense to you, you're probably just looking at a way that, like, disregard what I said to make me out to be some kind of super villain or stupid or whatever. I don't really care. Everybody's racist in their own regards, in their own way. We're human beings. That's just instinct. That's just how we are. We're just that by default. You don't have to hate somebody, though. That's the thing. I don't know. Little Mermaid. There's no point in this. I mean, the movie's going to make $1 billion, like I said, so it is what it is. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.